Do you know Malia Obama? Oh, sorry, Malia Ann Obama? Yes, Barack and Michelle Obama's eldest daughter, but also so much more. She's a rising star with a unique identity and an enviable lifestyle that most people know very little about. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to explore the luxuries, the independence, and the dreams that make up Malia Ann's extraordinary life. Ready to dive in? Chapter 1. Growing Up Malia Obama. Imagine a childhood where playdates and weekend trips came with Secret Service escorts. Growing up in the White House as the president's daughter, Malia Obama experienced a mix of glamour and strict organization that few can comprehend. From the time she was just 10 years old, Malia went from average school life to calling the White House home, complete with its private cinema, bowling alley, and state-of-the-art gym. And let's not forget about Camp David, the exclusive retreat used by the president's family. But it wasn't all playtime and luxury facilities. Life for the Obama girls also came with organization, discipline, and a well-rounded upbringing. Her parents were committed to giving Malia and her younger sister Sasha as close to a normal upbringing as possible, all things considered. Their schedules included regular school hours, homework routines, and limited access to technology during school days. And this was in addition to regular dinners with the family and hours dedicated to volunteer work. For instance, Malia was passionate about education and women's rights, drawing from her mother's advocacy for girls' education. In 2016, she traveled with her mother to Liberia, Morocco, and Spain as part of the Let Girls Learn campaign. During the trip, she met Liberia's former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and supported initiatives that helped over 62 million girls worldwide access education. Yet even with that disciplined upbringing, Malia's childhood was surrounded by grandeur. Her schooling at Sidwell Friends School in Washington, D.C., a reputed private institution attended by children of other political and celebrity families, provided her with an education and network far from ordinary. She met world leaders like Nelson Mandela, Angela Merkel, and many others, figures we see only in textbooks or on TV. For Malia, the White House years weren't just a life of comfort, but a foundation that shaped her sense of justice, responsibility, and independence. Chapter 2. Stepping out of the White House and into the world. Leaving the White House after Obama's presidency marked a turning point for Malia. After finishing at Sidwell, she took a gap year, much like any other young adult hoping to gather experiences before stepping into the next big chapter of life. During her gap year, Malia worked internships in film and television, rubbing shoulders with industry insiders that many would consider their idols. She gained experience working with famous producers, observed behind-the-scenes workings, and built a network that would soon prove essential. When she joined Harvard University, it wasn't just another celebrity admission but a deeply intentional choice. She balanced her academic life with building a solid foundation in film, interning at big-name studios, and soaking in everything she could about the industry. Chapter 3. Malia's film career. From her internships and schooling, Malia made her first major career move in 2024 with the debut of her short film, The Heart at the Sundance Film Festival. A far cry from her life of political events and White House galas, her directorial debut tackled themes of loss, grief, and family dynamics, an impressive feat that displayed her deep understanding of human emotions and storytelling. Here's the real question though, did you watch The Heart because of the director's name? Or did you find yourself captivated by the story? Either way, it's hard to ignore the fact that Malia won in the balancing act between her independence and her famous background. She is carving her path in Hollywood with authenticity, which speaks to her dedication and drive. Her work behind the camera promises to be just as impactful as her parents' work in public service, proving that the Obamas have instilled values that go beyond fame. Chapter 4. An apartment and an independent lifestyle. So, where does a former first daughter live these days? Surprisingly, it's not in a grand estate with sprawling lawns or endless rooms. Malia Obama, along with her sister Sasha, calls a sleek, modern apartment in Los Angeles home. It's a setting that reflects her values and sense of independence, a choice that says a lot about the life she's chosen to build. The decision to share an apartment with her sister has been a point of pride for their mother, Michelle Obama, who has often spoken about her daughter's independent spirits. Michelle has shared in interviews how proud she is of Malia and Sasha for learning to take care of themselves and live responsibly, even though it would have been easy for them to rely on family resources. Meanwhile, their parents, Barack and Michelle, do own a luxurious estate, a breathtaking property on Martha's Vineyard, complete with ocean views and enough space for all the family gatherings they might need. But for the Obama sisters, a streamlined Los Angeles apartment suits them just fine. Chapter 5. Malia's financial standpoint. As of 2024, Malia Obama's net worth is estimated at $100,000, not exactly a trillionaire just yet, but this number is likely to climb as she gains traction in her film career. With her family's wealth and connections, it's tempting to think she could easily dip into her parents' resources to fund her life and dreams. But that's not Malia's style. She has made it clear that she values her financial independence, working on projects that will help her establish her own identity and financial security. Unlike some celebrity children who rely heavily on their family fortunes, Malia is committed to building her career from the ground up, proving that wealth doesn't need to define who she is. She's off to a strong start, and there's no doubt that her hard work will pay off over time. Malia Obama might not have billions in the bank, but in terms of character, ambition and values, she's rich beyond measure. Her life is a delicate balance between privilege and self-made success, between a public persona and private ambitions. As she continues on this path, it's thrilling to think about all the incredible stories she'll bring to life and the positive change she'll inspire. Here's to Malia Ann Obama, the trillionaire in spirit. May her journey be as extraordinary as the life she's built so far,